What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today's video is going to be very different from a lot of my videos, almost all of my videos. A lot of you know me and a lot of you don't know me, but for those of you who know me, you know I'm very passionate about racial issues, religious issues, issues to do with gender, so men and women, specifically women. A lot of you who have grown up with me or just are friends with me, even if you have recently met me, you know, because I've spoken to you about the fact that I have a special place for women in my heart because of the things that the women in my family have personally been through, because a lot of women every single day throughout the whole world go through these issues and they don't talk about them. Actually lost a friend a few years ago when I was living in Fort Myers, may she rest in peace, who gave birth to a child and died during that process because of something that a man did to her. And obviously I am big into racial issues, not even just about the fact that I'm black, no, about racial issues when it comes to Asian people, to Hispanic people, to white people, any and all races. I love them, and any kind of racial issues I hate. What spurred me wanting to make this video and actually talk about this, and I decided that I'm actually going to make this a series because there's a lot of stuff about this man that I actually still don't know about. I didn't even know about before seeing a video yesterday that Anthony showed me, and it's about Mark Robinson, who is the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, who's been the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina since 2021, and he's the first black man to hold that position in North Carolina. Think that that's great. You would think that that's fantastic, that we're making history, that things are gonna be awesome. Oh my God, you couldn't be more damn wrong. You really couldn't be more wrong, because I couldn't be more wrong, because he is very wrong. He is such a piece of shit that I can't even begin to describe how much of a piece of shit he is. So as I said, he is the first black lieutenant governor of North Carolina. He's actually the 35th lieutenant governor of North Carolina, and as it looks like it's gonna be, he actually might be the new actual governor of North Carolina. And if that's the case, I genuinely fear for everybody, but specifically black people, because wow. In an article I read, there was a quote that said, "It was the Africans who fought against other Africans and enslaved the losers." Okay, my guy, let's take this back a minute, okay? I understand, because you're right. In that aspect, yes, Africans did fight other Africans and then enslave those people. They're called prisoners of war. And guess who else did that? Oh my God, I don't know. Almost every other country on planet Earth to date, literally every other country has done this. What about in ancient Greece? Yes, they took prisoners of war. That's what happens. And those were white people fighting white people. And there's black people who fight black people, Hispanic people who fight Hispanic people. It is nothing new. This is what history has taught us. This is the nature of human beings. So why is this black man, who is the first black man to be the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, specifically just shitting all over black people? The thing that spurred me to make this video was when I was listening to and watching a video by Philip DeFranco that Anthony showed me. This man definitely said that the black people of today, we're not owed any reparations. But you know what? I don't want any reparations. I wasn't the one who went through slavery. I wasn't the one that was beaten. I wasn't the one that was enslaved and shackled and had to work in the fields picking cotton day in and day out and barely getting even a crumb of bread to eat. I wasn't part of that. Neither were my parents. Neither were my parents' parents. Neither were their parents. Maybe their parents, maybe. But I'm not owed anything. My family isn't owed anything. They don't even want anything. If I told them this, they'd be like, reparations for what? Like, yeah, all we want is to just be equal. Just be equal to everybody else. That's it. Equality. That's what everybody wants. I can't even. To be a black man and say that black people owe the people who enslaved them, the white people, reparations? Are you kidding me? Are you high? Are you drunk? Are you on meth? Are you on acid? Are you bro, whatever drugs you're taking, they must be top grade, because the fact that you think it's okay to say something like that, you have to know, like he has to know. How are you going to tell me that basically the Holocaust didn't happen? How are you going to say something like, for the 4,880th, 560th time, cultural Marxism, socialism, and their father communism are the enemies of this nation? Like, okay, Nazi, okay, I can't even, this is just so, wow. In another Facebook post from 2017, he said, Please stop wasting my time, your time, and the time of your fellow conservatives talking about and making mention of the Nazis who have been dead since 1945. My guy, are you really that touched in the head? First of all, the Nazis ain't truly dead. There's still Nazis running around. There's still racists running around. Saying that the Nazis have been dead since 1945 is like saying the racists have been dead since Abraham Lincoln quote unquote freed the slaves. How are you saying that the Holocaust basically didn't even really exist and the Jews didn't go through what they went through? What is wrong with you? He just told some things that he has said about gay people and women, and I genuinely wanted to punch the wall. This man has compared gay people to cow shit, trash, and flies. What? What? How can you, as a human being, just because somebody likes something else other than what you like, you are comparing them to cow shit, trash, flies, flies? What does that even mean? Saying that being gay enhances the probability of pedophilia. To say that being gay entices somebody to be a pedophile is absolute poppycock. And why do I say it like that, folks? Because it is poppycock. That's what it is. I don't know about you, but anytime that I've heard a story about a pedophile or a sex offender, I do believe that they were straight. Yes, there's some like older men that tried to meet up with young boys, and you know, Catholicism with the priests and the young Catholic boys. But I'm talking about full-on, straightforward, like gay people classified as gay being like sex offenders, and I'm sure that there's a ton of them that are sex offenders. Don't get me wrong. To say that being gay is what makes you be a pedophile, that is just straight dumb. Absolutely dumb. This man had also had the audacity to go and say that, oh, I wish that we lived back in a time when women couldn't vote, because that way you knew that the people that were voting were like real and Republican or something. I gotta find the actual quote.
In those days, we had people who fought for real social change, and they were called Republicans. And they are the reason why women can vote today. There's
been so many things that this man has said that has set me off that I genuinely need to go back and look at word for word all the things that he said. And yes, it's probably gonna make me more mad. Point is that this needs to be put out there that this is just not okay. This is not an okay way of thinking. Anybody who supports this man, they must genuinely not know what he's talking about either. They must be smoking on the same stuff that he's smoking on. Hell, they must smoke it from his same pipe. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe, I can believe that people are evil and shitty and they think stupid things, but I really can't believe that they're like this man who has this level of power and hit a milestone that not many people of color or minority hit. He is the first black man in North Carolina to hold his position. You're out here spewing nonsense and poppycock and horse cheese. Like, what? No. You're comparing gay people to cow shit and flies? No, you sir, are cow shit and flies. You, Mark Robinson, you are cow shit and flies. and wait till I tell you folks this shit, because guess who supports this man? Can you guess? I'll tell you, Donald Trump. Can you also guess who Donald Trump compared this pop to? I gotcha. He compared him to Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King on steroids. Okay, now, I told that to Mark. I said, I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2.
I can't even like, I know I'm laughing, but I'm actually angry. I'm actually really angry because this shit is stupid. You are comparing one of the most iconic African Americans in history who inspired such a huge movement. Movement was led by Bayard Rustin. So like, yeah, I get that. He is the one that organized the whole actual civil rights movement and the March on Washington. Because of Martin Luther King's ideas and his drive and his just prowess, why everything came to be, because people believed in him. Your boy ain't believing in Mark Robinson. He's acting like all of us black people are sitting here trying to collect welfare checks. I have not once been on a welfare check. I'm not trying to seek nothing from anybody. I work hard for my stuff. So do my parents. My parents have broken their backs to try and help me get through college, to try and get all of their kids through college, to try and help all their kids with no help. They have worked their asses off and they deserve a lot more than they've gotten. I haven't even gotten into the conspiracy theories, what he said about transgender people, the other things he said about women, the other anti-Semitic comments he's made, and even the more racial things about black people. I haven't even scratched the surface with all that. This is just what I heard from yesterday, and I looked up some things from yesterday. Best believe we're gonna get far more into this, because this is some crazy shit. I cannot believe that this man is about to be the governor of North Carolina, because let's face it, after what I've read and I've seen, it looks like he might really win and be the actual new governor of North Carolina, which because I feel bad for the people in North Carolina. This is terrible. Should not be happening, but it's unraveling before our eyes, folks. Wow. So much more to say about this man, but I want to do a lot more research other than what I've done already and what I've spoken about before I continue. So thank you guys for joining me in this video. I know that this is a touchy subject, and I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of hate or a lot of support or both on this video. This is just ridiculous, and this needs to be spoken about and addressed. And if you are siding with Mark Robinson, then honestly, you and I have nothing to discuss. Absolutely nothing. Again, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you have anything to say at all, whether positive or negative, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to discuss a lot of these things with you guys. I would love to know what you guys think, or if you even know about any of these things going on, because I didn't know. Hell, it's not our state, so how would we know? But it's good to know things going on in other states, just in case you're traveling there for work, or you might plan on moving there, or you're visiting friends there and you want to find things to do. It's nice to know other things that are going on in other parts of the country. In North Carolina, it looks like they're going through a lot of hogwash bullshit, because what in the hell is this? If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can get a notification anytime there's a new video. And stay tuned for the other videos in this series about this man, Mark Robinson. Thank you guys. Until the next one.